G'day, Ian Macdonald speaking to you today from Barcaldine, the home of the Labor Party, the home of the Labor movement. Just behind me, the original AWU office, and how the founders of the Australian Workers' Union would be turning over in their graves if they saw the mess that the Labor Party and the union movement is making of our country at the present time. Paul Howes promised that if there were any jobs lost because of the carbon tax, then he would resign his position as boss of the AWU. Of course, thousands of people have already lost their jobs because of the carbon tax. Paul Howes still has his. Martin Ferguson, who's more like the old-style Labor politician, said in the last couple of days that it is really the carbon tax that is causing the increase in the cost of electricity, and how right he is. All the words of Julia Gillard and her lackeys like Paul Howes won't hide the fact that this is a toxic carbon tax. Look, while we've been out in Western Queensland, in Barcaldine, in Longreach, people have been telling me that the NBN, which if it has any saving grace was that it was going to provide decent broadband to small communities like Barcaldine, like Julia Creek, like Boulia. Of course, they're not going to benefit at all. Because they're in that below 500 residences category that Stephen Conroy has said won't get the NBN. So they'll have to rely on satellite, which I'm told this morning makes things slower. The other issue that's been raised with me out here is the plight of the macropod harvesters. Now, for those of you that don't know this, that is roo shooters. And that used to be a big business out here. Roo shooters used to get big money, which they would then spend in their local community, and so helping the community of places, the local economy of places like Barcaldine, Blackall, Julia Creek, Boulia. That's no longer happening because the Greenies, you know, the people that keep the Labor government in power, have helped shut down the kangaroo meat trade to Russia and to a lesser extent to Germany. That has meant that these people are now out of a job. Now, if you're not killing the kangaroos in a controlled cull, they are out there eating the grass, competing with the cattle industry, and can I tell you, when the next drought comes, as it inevitably will, not only will the kangaroos be competing with the cattle industry for grass, but many of the kangaroos will die a horrible death, because without drought there is no feed, and they'll be the ones that suffer. Unfortunately, the Greenies and Labor Party don't seem to care about this, but we do need to put a lot of effort into restarting the kangaroo trade. Look, good to talk to you again today. I hope to talk to you finally tomorrow from Clermont, the last day of our 3,000 kilometre, 7-day trip, talking with people out here in Western Queensland. I look forward to talking to you tomorrow.